I like it more than Pac-Man 255. I don't think I've ever expressed it on the channel, but I actually really like Pac-Man. I put my claw machine skill to good use and won a couple Pac-Man plushies a couple days ago. And the new Pac-Man cartoon coming out on YouTube is pretty fun. I was so excited to see Miru come back that I actually drew her. If this video does well, I'm totally gonna use it as an excuse to talk about Pac-Man more on the channel. So, what is Pac-Man 256? It's a mobile game made by the same people as Crossy Road. And like Crossy Road, it's an endless runner, but you have full control over your character. It's not an auto runner like Subway Surfers, you're not always moving forward. But the stage is collapsing into a glitchy mess behind you, so you have to keep forward momentum. I always think it's really cool when games put you on some sort of timer that isn't just you die once the clock reaches 0. The level design of Pac-Man being mazes translates really well to this style of gameplay, since it allows for the area around you to be dense but also traversable. And it still plays off of the mechanic of the arcade game, since it gives you a bonus for eating 256 Pac dots in a row, where it kills every ghost that's currently loaded in. The significance of that number comes from the fact that the 256th level in the original Pac-Man game was glitched and couldn't actually function as a stage, which, or at least that's what I've heard. I mean, I never actually made it that far. That's where the idea of the stage collapsing into a glitchy mess behind you comes from, too. But this game clearly being designed for the mobile market doesn't mean you can only play it on mobile devices. I actually played this game on Pac-Man Museum Plus on my PS5, and you're also able to purchase it on its own. The mobile version of the game is free, but it's missing a power-up, and you have to pay in order to be able to use the additional visual themes as well. While the game still controls well on a phone because you can swipe in order to make Pac-Man shift directions, I think a controller fits it much better. So I'd recommend the console version if you already have the collection or are willing to spend the money to buy it on its own. Because, I mean, the ways in which the game is monetized aren't really that intrusive. You can live without that final power-up. You can live without those additional selectable themes. Really, it is your decision which version you want to do. Don't think me giving my own opinion on it means you can't disagree with me.
Got to think for yourself!
I like the classic 80s theme, that's the one I use for most of my gameplay. The Pac-Mania one's also great, and the Office one's just really funny. I've actually never watched that show. Really weird that they did a Minions crossover one time. Wait, I'm sorry, did they give a Minion makeshift tits? What the fuck? Anyway, I think it's really cool that Pac-Man 256 brings back ghosts from all over the series, not just the original 4. And they maintain each ghost having its own personality, too. Blinky functions similarly to how he does in the original game. And if you played the original game, that means you know that he's basically the fucking Terminator. He will stop at nothing to make sure you are dead, and he will chase you down with pinpoint accuracy. Pinky, I'd say, is probably the most dangerous ghost in this game. She sits still until she sees you cross her line of vision, and then she just rushes as far as she can in that direction at really fast speed. You have to be able to outwit her without being caught by the other ghosts. She's easily the most defining ghost in this game. It even works with how she just ambushes you in the original game, too. Inky continues to mindlessly move around. He circles blocks, and that's it. Clyde always moves downward when available, but when he's touching a horizontal surface, will move towards your horizontal position. Sue from Miss Pac-Man, congratulations on the transition, by the way, will always move in your direction, but very slowly and in a group of 3. They only move horizontally. So you gotta be fast, otherwise Sue basically becomes a wall. Funky also makes a wall with clones of himself, but he's also always on the move. He only really becomes dangerous when other ghosts are involved. Spunky, also congratulations on the transition, is asleep until you get close, and then just starts chasing you temporarily like Blinky does. The last ghost is actually...
Boom, baby!
Kinky, get out of here, you're not in this game! Wait. I'm not in this game? No, you're not! Just get out of here! Why are you even here? I thought I was everybody's favorite ghost. I thought I was the fan favorite. No, nobody likes you! And you're probably never gonna show up in the series again because of your name! I guess that is a logical conclusion to draw from me having such a name. I guess I'm just gonna go drink or something. Yeah, good riddance! Bye! What an asshole, always trying to make everything about himself. The final ghost in this game is actually a completely new one named Glitchy. He's slower than Blinky but still tries to chase you down, and he can teleport. It's telegraphed with this glitch effect, but unfortunately sometimes coins will also spawn in with the same glitch effect, so I don't even really process that he's there until it's too late. I kinda hope he shows up in future games though. I wonder what personality they'd give him. Maybe he could be like a robot or something. That'd be funny. But the variety of the behavior of the ghost is a really good way to always keep you on your toes and paying attention. You can't just cruise through the game, you know? Even with the power-ups that the game provides. Of course you got the standard power pellet, which just lets you eat ghosts, but it actually has a cool idea in this game, where each subsequent ghost you eat within the same power pellet usage gives you more points, and extends the amount of time you have left before the power pellet wears out. But what's really cool is that the game allows you to pick 3 additional power-ups to bring with you. Unlike the power pellet, the amount of points you get for killing ghosts with them is specific, and doing so doesn't give you more time with each of them. Some of these power-ups don't even kill ghosts at all, but I don't really see the appeal of those ones. You unlock new power-ups to pick from every certain amount of pack dots you eat, and you can actually upgrade your power-ups to make them last longer and give you more points for killing ghosts. And for the ones that don't kill ghosts, upgrading them only makes them last longer, so you can actually make them last longer than any other power-up, but I still really don't see the appeal. For example, Freeze slows down every ghost, but it doesn't make you immune to them, so you can still die, and the fact that they don't move as fast means that the glitch can catch up to you if the ghosts form a wall. Also, whenever you pick up a power-up, all versions of other power-ups just become these tiny cubes that you can eat to temporarily extend the time that you have the power-up you're already using. So you can't stack a non-lethal power-up with one that actually kills ghosts, you're just stuck with the non-lethal one. And some of these power-ups are just better versions of other ones, like Laser kills all ghosts in front of you, but then you unlock Optics later, which makes the laser bend around a corner, and that's just even better than the previous one. But the game still gives you reason to use the power-ups that aren't your favorites, because it has missions, and sometimes these missions are about using certain power-ups. Your reward for beating the missions is some amount of coins that's a multiple of 64. You can use the coins to upgrade your power-ups. And you can also find coins on the stage, which helps. The yellow ones are worth 4, and the orange ones are worth 10. This becomes kind of irrelevant once you already unlock and fully upgrade the power-ups you like using, though. Also, I think it's really cool that the game makes the next power-up you haven't unlocked yet appear in the stage, sometimes as meteors, just as a little tutorial before you properly get to use it. The worst power-up's gotta be Pac-Man, though, since it summons 3 clones of Pac-Man, and each of them kills a single ghost, and that's it. I'm not really sure what to think of the Shatter power-up, since it does the same thing as Freeze, but it also creates stalagmites you can break for a ton of points. But if you want to know what my favorite power-ups in this game are, well, we have Optics, as I already mentioned. Boom, which basically functions similarly to just eating ghosts, but then also clears the area around you once it wears out. Radar, which kills all ghosts that touch you and also creates a giant sweeping beam. Twin-nado, which creates 2 tornadoes that chase down ghosts and destroy them. And the best power-up is the one that isn't available in the mobile version, Beam, which kills all ghosts that touch you and also kills all ghosts above and below you. But in order to get a high score, you're not just going to rely on the power-ups, you're also going to need to pick up fruit. Each one you eat gives you a certain amount of points, but it also multiplies all other points you get for a certain amount of time. You can rack up some crazy scores if you kill a bunch of ghosts while you have fruit powers. Here's my high score if you want to try to beat it. Yeah, that's really about all I have to say about the game. It's free on mobile devices, so you should totally go check it out if you're curious. Have a nice day, everybody. Not you! I thought I told you to get out of here!